Hello everyone, this is a video that I recorded a while ago. This is a repair for an Acer Spin5 laptop's keyboard. The keyboard had some tea spilled onto it, and well, I ordered a new keyboard from Amazon and I replaced it, and now the laptop works great, so let's see how it's done. So here is the laptop. It's an Acer Spin5, as I said. And yeah, let's open it up. So for this repair, I've ordered a brand new keyboard from Amazon. It has two connectors. One is for the backlight and one is for the actual keyboard. And I'll be using my trusty Ifixit kit. And for everybody who cares about repairing electronics, this is a wonderful thing to have in your toolbox. It has all kinds of prying tools, metallic and plastic ones that enable you to do a proper job without damaging what you're repairing. It also has a wonderful set of screwdrivers, including bits that can open stuff that is usually made to not be open, you know, the secure junk and so on. So we are going to use two of the prying tools here and some of the screwdriver bits. So let's set aside for now. We have all we need, and well, Acer is using some tiny screws for which Ifixit has a proper bit, so this is what we're using, and I will accelerate the video here to not bore you with, you know, repetitive screw turning here. Alright, that's all of them. Now we can pry open the back of the laptop. So this is the scariest part of it, but the chances that you're going to break one of those clips is very small. There it is. It's intact. So yeah, those clips are, you can see them around here. So let's set this aside. You can see that the keyboard is currently disconnected. That's because it was sending some repeat keys, so I disconnected it and replaced it with an externally connected keyboard. Okay, so there's a number of parts in there, yeah, that we're going to remove. Most of the connectors are either connectors that you can just pull and remove, such as this here, or you have a little flap. You can usually lift with your fingernails like that. See? So it goes to the back. And once you do that, connector can be removed like that. Sorry, before I do that, before I start disconnecting stuff, I should actually remove the battery. I'll keep my... Okay, so now I need only and the connector is this guy here. All right. So that's the battery that we can also set aside for now. And there are, here you have the touchpad that we will also remove. you also lift it and remove it. So 2 cables, we already removed one of them. This guy is just old. There you go. This one is also lift. So that is the backlight of the keyboard. Here we have the SSD that we'll also remove, but I think we got all the connectors on the bottom here. All right, so let's proceed and remove the SSD and the Wi-Fi here. I have to edit that out. Right. So there is another connector here. We have this assembly here that is held by this little rubber thing. Carefully. Connector here. Right. Then we are going to remove maybe the heatsink here. And it also has a little connector here. So if you haven't looked at the inside of a laptop for a while, it's probably a good idea to clean this up. Be careful because the fan blades are pretty thin. Don't want to damage them, but you can push some air into those and maybe also with some tweezers. Where are my tweezers? Remove some of the hairs that got between the blades. Little hairs tend to get stuck in there and accumulate. Well, I'm not going to do that now. Same thing for the vent here. It's full of cat hair and stuff like that. We are not going to remove the heatsink from the processor here because we would have to deal with paste and stuff, and we don't need to, right? We just lift the whole motherboard, and that will be sufficient. That out of the way a little bit. We also need to remove that to get access to what's underneath, which is what we're interested in, the keyboard. So it has 2 screws here and here, and same kind of connector. We can lift this very carefully with that, and this is stuck here. So we'll remove both ends here. All right. One more screw here for the motherboard. Here. Did I miss any? We will find out. Oh, yeah, I also need to disconnect the screen here. I remember correctly. Yeah. You lift the sticker here, then you pull the connector and it just comes off. Feeling some resistance here, which is not good. So I forgot something, but what? Nope, that was it. Just stuck in there. So that's the motherboard. I want to carefully set this aside. And now we have access to the keyboard here. So the keyboard is attached to the case with a million screws. And it takes forever to put them back because they are very, very light and they don't want to stay at the tip of your screwdriver. So we're going to be super careful not to lose any of those guys. So some of those are under sticker here that is... You know what? I'm throwing that keyboard away anyway, so... Get rid of that whole thing. Yeah, and there is one screw that is here that may be behind the plastic here. So I had to, with an X-Acto knife, I had to remove some of the protective material to get access to the screw. Let's also remove that. It's the little sensor. Has a longer screw, this one, for the stylus. Alright, so this is our old keyboard. Compare with the new one that looks pretty much the same. I will remove the keys and keep the keys themselves for replacements if I ever have to. We've got all the connectors out of the way. We don't trap them. Here. He wants to. And we can start reassembling. So remove that. That will then fold here like that. Okay. And put it on the head. And well, reassembling the laptop was pretty much the same operation that you already saw, but in reverse, so I'm skipping all that. Here I put the motherboard back, I'm putting the battery back now, and you know, just reconnecting all the little connectors that were removed before, and that's pretty much it. Then we can snap back the back. Okay, so that works. Let's see. Well, that keyboard works! Yay! Well, success. Laptop is repaired.